This is the Conscious Hour, and it's Saturday. And now we're going to do a little predictive modeling of what's coming in the future. We're getting ready for the election time. So listen closely, and I'll be making some comments as you start to understand what's laying in front of us, and maybe we can learn from our past and not elect the same people and put them back in office because they've never performed representing you. That's us, we the people. Let's get after this one.
Check for what's coming after the midterms. And it's funny that a lot of Democrats were also told not to support this because if they didn't get a win, if they tried to push for impeachment or invoking the 25th Amendment, meaning that Trump is mentally unfit for office, I think we can all agree that's probably the case. But if they can't actually get that, they're afraid of just basically firing another round without, getting a win or hitting the target. So some of the Democratic leadership were trying to dissuade some of their Democratic colleagues from doing this. So, but still, it's happening. It's there. So that's going on. Now we're into the actual run-up for the midterms. The campaigns will begin. And so we know that the results are going to be based on the current polling. It's not looking good for the Republicans, and it's not looking good for Donald Trump afterwards. After November, you're looking at a potential deluge of investigations, of hearings, impeachment hearings, all sorts of things. There's a lot of financial scandals that are just waiting to be ripped open. And that's to say nothing, of course, about the Epstein files. Put that off to the side for a minute. So that's what's going on domestically.
Think about the financial fraud that's going on, folks. You've been lied to about the war. There's no accounting of where all the money's being spent. Now we have this big bust that just came in about what Pete Hegseth's up to. We're talking literally, folks, billions and billions of dollars being siphoned off to who knows where, but definitely benefiting some individuals. Let's keep going on this one.
I think Trump really wanted to get a win with this war in Iran. And as we saw from the New York Times leaks, Danny, that it confirmed what we already knew, and that's that the whole war was a ham-fisted sales pitch by Benjamin Netanyahu. It came to Washington around the sort of second week of February and basically lorded over everybody, and they all treated him like a king. And he basically gave a dodgy, fraudulent sales pitch on pretty much every aspect of this war and what's going to be expected. None of it turned out to be true. The intelligence was fake, which also begs the question of where was Tulsi Gabbard among all of this? She seemed to want the war to happen. She certainly didn't speak up against all the fake intelligence that Israel has been, by the way, for the last year, but especially in February, was stovepiping fake intelligence into the U.S. system right onto the desk of Donald Trump. Joe Kent, luckily, we had a conscientious whistleblower come forward, and Joe Kent, who revealed what was really going on behind the scenes and why we went to war on behalf of Israel. But still, nothing from the rest of the cabinet. Of course, they'll have to show up later.
Now you know why they call them the Beltway Bandits. Okay? They don't work for you. Nope, they work for Israel. And you know they're all being paid 93 to, pardon me, 93 to 97% of Congress, depending on which poll you're looking at, are being paid by Israel to stay in line. Now, we have a democracy, and they're supposed to be representing us, we the people. Then why are they representing we, Israel?
When it's more convenient for them politically. So that's what's going on domestically. Internationally, I think all those headlines you showed, Danny, are kind of an admission that, while you can brag about all your sort of accomplishments in terms of eliminating this many boats and this many missile launchers and devastating Iran's infrastructure, like these are some sort of great victories, or the pain you've inflicted on the Iranian society, again, some great victory. I'm not sure. They think it's a tactical victory in the U.S. They also think it's just a strategic victory. But the problem is when you have amateurs running big institutions, like let's say the Pentagon, it's got a $1.5 trillion budget right now, and you have somebody running it that's not even, Pete Hegseth is not even qualified to lead a platoon in the United States military. He was kicked out of the DC National Guard, all sorts of personal problems, alcoholism, and the rest of it. Okay, his rap sheet is unbelievable. How on earth was he even confirmed for that position? Well, the Israel lobby instructed U.S. senators to vote for his confirmation. They wanted a religious ideologue who had a compromise pass, because Israel knows that if you can promote somebody with a very bad resume and somebody who is fighting off scandals behind them, they will do absolutely whatever they're instructed to do when put in that position, because it's almost like they've been given a miracle, rescue for their life and their career. And that's why they chose Hegseth. They wanted to find somebody who was unqualified, who had a lot of personal scandals, big scandals, by the way, the types of scandals in terms of sexual misconduct or alcoholism or fraud with regards to, or bankrupting previous charities that he worked for, Veterans for Freedom. I mean, all of these sort of charities went pretty much bankrupt while Hegseth was at the helm. Now, whether that was his fault or not, he was in charge. So someone has to sort of cop responsibility for that. And then there's the payouts to the, out-of-court settlements with the women, the children out of wedlock. It's a disaster. This is the last person you'd want to put, right, in charge of the Pentagon. And they did.
And then you take into the fact that there's $6.2 billion that Hegseth is involved with. $6.2 billion. Yeah, he just got caught. So we're going back into November, folks. Do yourself a favor. Do not vote Republican or Democrat. And I'm being serious. Get out of the box. The box got us into this problem. We need to break the cycle. Vote independent. Vote for somebody new coming in. Do not vote Republican. Do not vote Democrat. They've been paid off. They've made plenty of money. You don't have to worry about hurting their feelings. They can all go retire. They've been paid enough. Their little war chest is huge. Most of them are worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. Let them go. Set the boat free. Tell them goodbye. We need a reset for 2026 in November, folks. This time we'll vote them out, put some new blood in there so they can start challenging the old status quo. Next year we do the same thing. Vote them out. This is the Conscious Hour, folks. Please hit the like button, the share button, and while you're listening to this, hit the like button, share button, so the algorithm will pick me up and get my voice out. Also donate to the 501c3 because I need to expand so I can bring somebody in full time that can be doing the production, and I can become more professional in the sense I'm going to start interviewing people. And what I do best is a facilitator. I've set up federal advisory boards. I've done mediation. I've done all these things throughout my life. When I bring people together, we identify what the problem is, we roll out an implementation plan, and then we create solutions. And that's what the Conscious Hour is about. Fixing the problem. As my dad said, if you have a problem, identify what the problem is, create a plan to fix it, and he would say, fix the fucking thing. This is the Conscious Hour, folks. Thanks for tuning in, and please share. Hit the like button. Share with as many people as you can. Thanks so much.